Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Make a Card Monday. Actually, this is episode 2. So I have these beautiful peony stamps that I've been wanting to play with. Just haven't opened them yet. And I'm going to do a little coloring today with the Prismacolor pencils. And I have some beautiful colors here. I only have 72. I would have gotten a bigger set, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like doing this or not. But guess what? I really do. So I'm going to be probably coloring these peonies pink because my peonies out front are pink. And I did go outside and look at them, but I don't have that color pencil, so we're going to get as close as we can. But we're going to be using some Gamsol. This is a mineral spirits, but it's odorless. And you can use these, I guess we call them blending stumps. It's just like rolled paper. And you can use a little sanding strip to sharpen them. We'll use that to blend. And I'm using a super smooth cardstock so that I can get some good blending on this. And we'll be double backing it when we place it on the card to make it thicker. But now I'm going to get my Misty out and we're going to have fun trying to stamp this. I had a lot of blunders, I guess, with this video. You'll see as we go along. It was not a good day to make a card. Maybe that was the problem. But I do love this Misty. I have the mini one too. I don't pull it out as much, so I like the big one for some reason. So if you're going to buy one, buy the big one. Don't buy the small one. You'll get more use out of the big one. And right here is where I make my first mistake. I put the stamp on upside down. That was not smart. But I won't catch it either until I go to press it. Oh my goodness. And yes, we get stuck onto the pad. Yep, it's just, It's one of those days where you're like, maybe I shouldn't have done this today. And then again, I put it on wrong again. I know which way it goes. I got that one right. What the heck? Oh, goodness. I'm going to be cutting these out so that it doesn't matter how I put them on this card. But yeah. I'm going to be using the Hero Arts. This is alcohol safe ink, which works great with the Gamsol. So here we go. Oh, this tool is amazing. I got it from JBA Collections. She is wonderful to work with. It's like a glass knob, and she makes these to use with your Misty. It's a pressure tool. So I'll put the link below in the description. It's stunning. I just love it. I like glass handles anyways, and this just blew my mind when I got it. And it's so heavy. It's really nice. Definitely does the job. Alright, so here we go. I got it right now. Just hope my paper didn't move, you know? That would have been the next thing that would have been horrible. So I like to ink this up a couple of times, at least 2. I've done 4 when I want a nice broad line. But this one I'm only going to do 2. Maybe 3, I think I did. I had one edge there that I didn't like. I think I went back and did another layer. But as long as you keep your cardstock in that corner, it's not going to move. So every time you stamp, it goes in the same exact place. Years ago, they didn't have these Misties. And everybody used the block. And you were lucky, and I remember when I used to do embossing, you were lucky if you got it in the same exact spot. Alright, so I'm cleaning that off with my chamois. I love my chamois cleaner. And I keep that on a salt cellar on my desk. I wet it every time I'm going to make a card and stick it in there. Okay, now here's where I don't have enough pinks. This is the problem. I could have used alcohol inks and done some coloring. But I haven't done them yet, and I have all the colors. I don't have Copics. I bought a cheaper brand. And I really should start using them because I don't want them to dry out. But I really am enjoying this Gamsol effect. It's super simple, and it's great for beginners, and that's what I am, a beginner. So it works out really well for me. But I am watching several channels that color with alcohol inks, and I am learning. But of course, I don't have all the colors they have. I have quite a few. I did get them for Christmas, and I'd probably say I have 200 colors. But they were for Christmas, and I just put them all in color order, so maybe I'll start using them. I have so many things I want to play with. I am playing in my room today, moving things around. I condensed a lot of paint, so I freed up half of a shelf so I could put some stamps on there. So at least it's easier for me to get to them now. I had them all in rolling bins, but it's a little easier now. So I'm trying to decide what pinks to use here, and I don't know why I even have those brick reds out there, because I'm not going to use them. I'm going to end up using one color. One. So I'm trying out all these pencils and end up just using the one. Now I could have gone back in and added more depth, but I liked it the way it was, so I didn't touch it. And right here I'm just doing a shade check to see what color it's going to give me when I pull to the middle. And it's okay. But I went back to that pink pencil. So I'm going to do one petal with you guys here so you can see how I blend it out with the Gamsol. And then I'll put a little music on while I color that whole flower. And then when I bring you back, I'll have them all done. And the leaves. I don't want to make you sit through all that. This is a long video as it is, because I have so many steps to making this card. And I didn't want to skip over anything, because we might have people that want to make a card like this, and they need to see what all I did. But this is where I bring out my creativity, you know, and I have to keep myself active. If I'm not creating something, I'm going to lose it. So you want to get this stump nice and wet with the Gamsol. And I'm going to have to do this like every petal or every other petal. But all I'm doing is pulling that color towards the center of the flower. I should say the center of that petal. You can do circles, you can do lines, it doesn't matter. It's the Prism pencils are wax pencils. So the Gamsol, what it does is it kind of melts the wax a little bit, and it pulls the pigment down when you pull it. So it gives you that look of alcohol ink. And here's your music. all colored. um, I like the leaves. I didn't want to go too limey colored. I did look out my window at my peonies and it's a dark green. So I'm very happy with the way this came out. And when I was coloring it, you noticed maybe some gray, like maybe the ink was bleeding, but it's not. It's just the Gamsol wetting the paper. So here comes another blunder. I think I have a bad die. Of course, none of these were cut off. There was another mistake I made. I should have had this all ready for the video. But at least you got to see me how I cut them apart anyway. They're pretty easy to do. And I need to get a different pair of nippers because those are just not strong enough for some of the detail stuff that we have to nip off. This was easy because the prongs were long, so it was easy. But it does save on your fingers because they cut ya. And if you don't take them off, they show up on your paper, so you have to take them off. So the stems on this big die, they didn't cut. They indented, but they didn't cut. And I ran it through 3 times, I think, on my Empress, and it should have cut the first time because I've never had a problem with this machine not cutting. It's electric, so you just like push the run button and push it through. It's not like the crank one that I had, the Sysex. I have so many machines right now. They're all set up for different things. You know, one for embossing, one for cutting, one for doing, you know, different things. But they're coming out with all these magnetic mats now, and I cut right into mine. I don't care. It'll last me months before I'd have to replace it, so it's worth it because it cuts really well. So I'm lining it up again, and I do turn it, you know, to get pressure in another area, thinking maybe it was my rollers not touching that, but it's got to be the die. So I can either order a new die, which I'll have to wait 2 weeks for because, as you know, I order a lot of my stuff from Temu. So I'm not going to pay $30 for a set of dies when I can get them for $2.99 on Temu. But I've had problems with ones that I've paid more money for, the kits that I bought. I've had problems with those too, so it's not just stuff from Temu. So it still didn't cut, so I'm going to say screw it and I'm going to get my scissors. But I end up ripping the stem, which is fine because I ended up cutting it off anyway to put it on the card, so I don't know why I was freaking out about it. I should have just cut it off and been done with it. I just didn't want the stems hanging, you know, on the card because it's just too much negative space to me in a corner, and I like to fill a card up in the corner. Well, you guys wait till you see next week's video. Oh, yeah, that my mass production. I'm gonna release the video. It was very time consuming. It took me days and days to do these cards, so I'm sorry. It'll tickle. All right. So I will cut another one of these and do a backer on this because I just didn't want it flimsy. So, and it did the same thing when I cut the backer out, so I had to cut that off too. And I'm good with that. All right, so I have to decide now what I'm going to do with these. And I'm just showing you some backgrounds that I've been stenciling. Some tulips and balloons and bubbles and candles. And then I've got some, there's my little Westie I made. Just playing around, you know, it's not for a card, I'm just playing around. This is all my ephemera. It's already pre-colored, ready to go. We call it ephemera, I guess. And I'm looking to see if I have a butterfly that will match this, but of course I don't, because they're all rainbowed. And I thought that one would, but nope, it just didn't match. So, yeah, never mind. These are the embossing sheets that I've been making, all different colors, with white embossing powder. I'm not planning on using any of these. I'm just showing them. But, yeah. So here's what I come up with. I have a ton of these dies like this that leave a pattern. They're kind of like an embossing folder, but it's for your die machine. And it does cut all those little teeny holes out, which is kind of cool. So I ended up using that with, I think it's 80-pound cardstock. And I'm going to splatter some pink metallic paste that I watered down a little bit, just to give it some splatter in the background, because I just didn't want plain black. I got this off HSN, so it's called, it's Thistle is the color, and the brand on that is Diamond Press Shimmer Paste. But I got it on HSN when I bought my Empress, so if you're thinking about ever getting an electric die cutter, HSN always has good deals on the Anna Griffith Empress, the electric one. They're expensive, but I'll definitely be using it a ton. Splattering is fun. You can go overboard though, so you have to be careful. It's getting the consistency of your color paste or whatever it is you're using. Getting that to the correct consistency so that you get some good splatters. And I just was concentrating on that middle flow up through, because we'll probably bling it out at the end too. So I like this sentiment. It says just because. And here comes another blender. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. I'm surprised I didn't quit. So I get, I get it to stamp great. Everything's fine. Gonna put my magnet on there, do everything that I'm supposed to do. But it was a user error this time. I love these little memento stamp pads for little stuff like this. And the colors from Memento are beautiful. Alright, so now I have to cut it out. Of course I'm going to clean my stamp first. And I'm going to take it off. And I never do this. I usually leave it until I know everything works out, and then I put it away, but I didn't this time. Probably because it was a different stamp set and I didn't want to get them confused. Maybe that's why. But yeah. Oh, it looks lined up to me. Doesn't it look lined up to you? Looks great. Yep. So I have this little Craft Buddy, little die cutter that I got on Temu for like 20 bucks. And this is great on your desk for just little stuff like this, instead of having to run through the big machines. I used this a ton when I was making those 17 cards, 18 cards. I think I made 18. It's cute, isn't it? But I cut it too close on the bottom. So I'm going to restamp. And I will use the one that I cut out. I will use that for the backing to make it thicker. Yeah, I'm past the point of cutting a piece off that cardstock. I'm out of frame. It's getting late. I'm getting angry. I'm surprised I didn't throw it. No, I'm just kidding. But am I? Alright. The reason it's out of frame is because my Craft Buddy is setting up there, and that's why I didn't push my Misty forward. I'm making a mess now. Got things laying everywhere. My phone's there. My TV remote's there. Okay, so what I did was made a template. I took that one that I already cut out, get it where I want it to cut out at, and I'm going to set this down inside there, this die, so that it cuts it where I want it to. This was a little trick that I learned from Gina of Gina K Designs, and Jennifer McGuire also shows this on her channel. So I'm so happy that I learned that from them, because otherwise I probably would have taken me 3 or 4 tries to get it where I wanted it. Some of these little sentiment dies are hard to line up. So I'm going to, of course it didn't cut through because I have that template on there, so it's making it, the pressure's not enough. So what I'm going to have to do now is take that template off and just use the die. And it'll fit down in there because the indentations are there and I can feel where it sets. So I'm good now. And I'll run it through again. But I did save that template. It's going in the pouch. It's going in the pouch, so if I want to cut that out again, I have it. And that's what you should do. If you ever make a template, save it. Super cute, huh? I love it. Super cute. I was going to emboss it, and then I thought, no, I don't want anything shiny on this card. I want that background, matte. I want everything matte finish. So now I'll just glue the bad one to the back of this one to give it some height. So it pops up off of the card. And everything else is going to pop up off of the card too. I love these glass paperweights for holding your work when it's being glued. A little out of focus there, aren't we? So our background is dry now. So I'm just deciding where I want to put everything while that's setting up the glue. Cute. Okay. So now I have to get all my foam tapes on. I hear a dog in the background. It is midnight. They should be in bed. She must be looking for me. It's gotta be Ellie. The puppies have been putting themselves to bed at night. Like 10:30 we go in the bedroom and they're already in their pen. So we just close the gate. Night night. They're doing good. They've been taking them outside. They're having a lot of fun right now. But oh, they eat everything and then they puke and then they have diarrhea and that's not fun. So yeah, puppies are fun. We're having fun with them though. Although now I keep thinking, why do we have 5 dogs? It's a lot of barking and a lot of nonsense during the day, but keeps me busy. Gets me exercise. So all this foam tape is just place it, stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it. So the roll of foam is like, I think that's 1 millimeter. I don't think it's 2. I think it's 1. That keeps the flower closer to the card, and then the other one I bumped out, and same with the sentiment, which is the wording. That bumps out too. So I'm just going to put my tape runner on here. I'm going to really put a lot of adhesive on here because it's a textured background, so I want to make sure it sticks well. And we'll place our first set of flowers down in the left corner. And it will overhang because I'm going to cut it off. But I want to get it where I want it. I want that one leaf on there for sure. There we go. And I don't mind cutting off just one part. But I was trying to camouflage those stems. And I didn't want that big long stem there either. So now I found out I've got to take a little bit of this off because I need to put glue there to glue it to the flower. So it all sticks together and it's not bumping into each other. And sometimes you can put glue on the foam strips too to give you a little wiggle room. I haven't had to do that yet. I'm pretty good at placing stuff. I guess it's just because we're artists and we're good at that, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so now I gotta zhuzh it up because I gotta have some bling. And you know I have a ton of bling. So these are like a, almost a sage green. They match the leaves really well. So I thought I'll just use these, and I have a bunch of different sizes, so this was a mixed bag. I had the different sizes. There's some itty bitty teeny ones in here that you like to put on fingernails. That's what they are, is for fingernails. And I did not know that. So I'm going to have a ton of little teeny weeny things left when I'm done using all these things. So yeah, I'm messing with it now. I'm trying to think, where do I want to put these? Some of the girls I watch, they always say, you know, do a triangle. I don't like that trail that I just put there, so I've got to change that. See? Just like that. And then I decided to put something on the left-hand side because it just looked a little bare in there. So I took a big one, put one there, and then I'll put one on the side of the flower. Just for a little sparkle. Now, I do have these glimmer pens that I was going to do this on video. I didn't touch it yet, though. Just to like brush it on the peonies. But I'm going to let it set a day so I can look at it with fresh eyes tomorrow. Because I'm not sure I want to add any shimmer to it. I think with the splattered background and the little jewels on there, that might just be enough. You don't need to add much more. But yeah, I'm really happy with this card. It's cute. And those little jewelies just kind of do the trick. Oh, there goes my Facebook. It's probably reminding me to play my game. And now we have to stamp the back of the card. I love my little stamp. And that was from Magnuson, like I stated in the last video. It's worth the wait. And there we go. Clean as you go, especially your stamps. I can imagine what this stuff's going to look like in a couple of months as the ink builds up. I do leave this card blank. I don't put a sentiment on the inside because if you're sending a just because card, you're going to want to write something in it. And I don't need a sentiment. I mean, I could put something in there just because I love you or something, you know. But maybe it's just because I want to just talk to you or something, you know. I don't want to put something in there that locks it in as a certain kind of just because card. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned. I have more to come. See you next week. Bye now.
My dear friend, where have you been? Where have you gone? What did you win? Someone there, are you listening? Is it too late?